Hi, welcome to Creative Photography. I'm Miss Petzel, that's me, there next to the cow. I love animals, my family, and obviously photography. I worked as a professional photographer for most of my life. I learned a lot, and I'm excited to be passing some of that knowledge on to you. So let's talk about some important things you need to know about this course. Number one, no cell phone photos. You may not use a cell phone to take photos, no matter how good you might think the phone camera is. For this course, you will need some form of digital camera. Any kind of camera will do. You must take all of your own photos, meaning that you must be the one holding the camera and pressing the shutter. So if you're in a photo, unless you're using a remote timer, you couldn't have been the person who took the photo, could you? Also, please don't feel tempted to use photos you found on the internet. Doing so may result in being removed from the course with a failing grade. Another important note is that I need photos that were specifically taken for this course. I don't want to see your fantastic Instagram photos from 6 months ago, even if it's the best photo ever taken and you sold it for $1 million. I want pictures also that have not been touched up by Photoshop. For most of the course, I will require unedited photos so that I can see your raw talent at taking photos and not your skill with an editor. In the online world, your attendance in class is marked by the assignments you turn in. See, I can't call roll like you would in a traditional classroom, so instead, to know that you have attended class, Florida Virtual School requires that you turn in 2 assignments each and every week. This means for my class, 1 photo assignment and 1 quiz a week. Of course, you can work faster if you want to. Do your assignments in order. Please do not skip around. This means start with Module 1, complete it before you move on to Module 2, and so forth. Every month, I need to speak with you and your parental unit to update your progress in class. This can be accomplished through text messaging, responding to one of my progress report emails, or we can do it on the phone. Every so often, we will have a discussion-based assessment. This basically is an opportunity for me and you to talk one-on-one about your work and about what you've learned in the class. Please do not skip your DBAs. These are a very important part of your learning and a great way for you to ask questions and for us to get to know each other. One important note is to upload your photos prior to that DBA call. Well, that's all for the tips about my class. The rest of the video covers how to navigate through the class portal. If you've taken a Florida Virtual School class before, you might not find this useful and you can stop watching here. But if you feel like you need a refresher, please continue watching. Bye! So when you enter the course, this is the first page that you're going to see. All of my contact information is here. Also, if you need to make an appointment with me to schedule your discussion-based assessments, you do that right here. It takes you to my appointment page. Your final exam study guides are here. Highly recommend that you get that printed out and go ahead and start filling it out as you go through the course. It'll save you a lot of time in the end because I'm going to require that to be turned in before the exam. Your Help and Resources tab is really neat. If you ever get lost in any of your lessons, you can find helpful links here. The Assignments to Go button, I recommend that you download this and maybe print it out and keep it with you. Every single lesson, every assignment that is due is right here in one helpful place. If you scroll down the page, you're going to find our live lessons calendar. If you find that you need a little extra help, we got all of our teachers are here with the online virtual classroom that you can jump into and get a little extra help. So let's talk about turning in assignments. See this little bar at the top? That's what you're going to click anytime you need to do anything in the course. You can find your email here as well. Okay, your assessments tab is what you're going to click to go in and see a list of every assignment that is due in segment 1 and segment 2. As you complete them, if you notice there's no module 1 assignments because I already turned it in. So it looks like I'm due to turn in the history of photography assignment, so you click. See the comment box? That's where I want you to put your written work. You just copy and paste it in here, or you can go ahead and type in there too. I want to point out that your written work is 30% of your grade. And how do you get full credit? You give me 3 to 5 complete sentences that reference what you've learned in the class, maybe some techniques you've used. You can talk about your camera settings, things like that. Also, please make sure that you label your photos. I need to know which photos that you performed certain techniques on. Now, how do you get your picture turned into me? Well, that happens right down here. You're going to go ahead and click this button, Add Files, select the picture on your computer that you want to turn in, and boom, it's there. Okay? Here's the picture. Say I made a mistake and I want to turn in a different picture. You just click the little minus button here and that picture is gone, and you can go through the process again. One of the most important buttons on this page or boxes is right here, the Submit for Grading. If you don't click that box, then your work doesn't get to my inbox for grading. So make sure that you check that box before you hit Submit. So let's say one of the coolest things about Florida Virtual School is the fact that you can redo any assignment that you're not happy with. You don't have to wait for me to reset it for you. You go back up to this three white bars there, you click on Gradebook, and now that takes you back in to every assignment that you've ever turned in. Notice this is the Module 1 assignment that I showed you was not on the other list. Well, now I can see it. I can see that I got a 0 for some reason, so I'm going to click here. And now guess what? I can add to my written work right here. Make that a little better to get my full credit, and I can add more photo files, my new and improved photos. I can go ahead and add them right here. Okay, now if you're trying to submit a file with the same name, please make sure you rename it because we have been having some issues with that. And then again, make sure your box is checked and submit for grading, and now you have resubmitted an assignment. After that takes place, you're going to go, if you want to go back to the home screen, you just hit this home button, and that takes you right back where you started.